Hi everyone, and welcome back if you've been watching my videos. I am Crystal, and I have been documenting my experience with H. pylori, to finding out what I've been suffering from, to getting treatment, and then now follow-ups post treatment. I did test positive for H. pylori. It's been over a month. And it's been actually a month since I started treatment, and it's been a little bit over 2 weeks or so since I completed the treatment, which was tested again positive for H. pylori, and was on the triple treatment, which is a course of 2 antibiotics, tetracycline, metronidazole. One was 500 milligrams 4 times a day, the other 250 milligrams 4 times a day, and omeprazole 20 milligrams twice a day. And my experience during the treatment was pretty awful. And the videos in the past will, it goes into detail, my experience with that. And then now I'm going over, with the side effects post treatment. And the previous video again had talked about having the inflammation in my throat, the pain in my throat, either adhesions or ulcers that I have, along with the acid reflux. And it's been about the same. I have started my pantoprazole 40 milligrams, which I was hesitant to just because I want to be off of or proton pump inhibitors, so that I can get retested again to make sure that to see if the bacteria was able to get eradicated. But I will be having an upper endoscopy done on February the 24th, since I ended up seeing a nurse practitioner who referred me to GI, and the GI sent an ambulatory referral for the endoscopy. The GI nurse practitioner didn't give me much of a diagnosis. She didn't look like she had a clue, so I had mentioned if there was any way they can do an upper endoscopy, and because I did mention that I had asked for it over a year and a half ago, which if they would have found out that I had the H. pylori, which at that time the nurse practitioner did not do the endoscopy, did not order it. I trusted her, and that diagnosis was missed, and so that led to me suffering for, again, quite a bit of time. But now I finally, know what I've been suffering from, did the treatment, and now going through the side effects of after the treatment. So I'll be able to find out, what's going on with me, and if the bacteria is, still there or not. Prayers that it has been eradicated, and I do not want to go through that again. But I am integrating, homeopathic things that I have looked up that can help eliminate the bacteria as well. Do your research. There's different ways, through oils, juices, honey, of course probiotics, and we'll see how that goes. But another symptom that I've had is inflammation. Some days ago I felt inflammation in my intestines, and then about 2 days ago or so I felt inflammation in my stomach, sort of like when I had the H. pylori. So I'm a little concerned that the bacteria is still there, but I can go crazy just thinking about that, and thinking about the continued pain and all that stuff that goes with having the bacteria. But I won't worry about it until the results from the endoscopy. And I've tried to stay away from foods that might trigger my heartburn. But I admit it is hard just because I like spices in my food, salsa. I stay away from mostly the major things like tomatoes, salsas, certain spices and stuff like that, but I'll have some chips here and there. I've had a little bit of chocolate, but I know to stay away from sugar. And I'm still doing my, cabbage juices, probiotics, kefir, kombucha. Although I stayed off kombucha for the last couple of days just because I don't want to aggravate my esophagus, but just doing those type of things and hopefully, just to rebuild my gut bacteria, because that treatment really messes you up. And I do have to say, I feel like every 2 days or so, I make baby steps to feel a little bit better. I have my moments, where I get, anxiety and it leads to depression. And not depression to the kind where, I'm feeling like taking my life or anything like that. Just feeling down. I guess having a pity party for myself, I should say, for feeling the way I've been feeling, when I feel like I should have not been feeling this way at least. But I take it one day at a time and do what I can to think positive, think healing vibes, but other than that, I've been having either chills or just cold, possibly because of the anxiety. That's when I notice, and maybe a nerve type of thing too, where I think about what if I still have the bacteria, and I get anxious, and then I start to get really, really cold. So I'm starting to think that's probably linked. I can't think of any other update right now, but once I do have the endoscopy results, I'll make sure and upload a new video as well as any other new symptoms or how I've been feeling. Again, there aren't too many videos of post antibiotic treatment for the H. pylori, maybe because most people have, don't have any side effects. But for those of us that do, we're stuck with not really knowing much because there's not too many videos out there. So hopefully this does help somebody. I'm not a professional. I'm only documenting my personal experience through this whole ordeal. And again, I hope it helps somebody. If you do have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Thank you.